We've been participating in supercomputing for a long time, and this is one of the premier events where we get to talk to a lot of cool people. And as the industry is evolving, it's not just the scientists, but you see a lot of people coming from industry being a part of it. That gives an opportunity to talk to a diverse customer portfolios and be able to relate our products to them, get their requirements and everything. So because of that, we talk to scientists, we talk to research institutes, oil and gas, artificial intelligence, machine learning. People are talking about autonomous driving. So it's a very, very vast portfolio. But at the same time, if you take a look at Supermicro as a company, we have customers that are extremely broad range. So we have starting from research institutes and universities all the way to very high performance enterprise customers who have nothing but the best as a demand for their computing needs. We have been providing all these different products so we can address all these customers primarily by going with something called a building block approach, so we can provide them the most optimized gear for their computing needs. One of the things that we really are happy to be here for is bringing our new technologies to customers. For example, Genoa, or the AMD EPYC 4th generation processor. We have just launched multiple platforms with them not too long ago, just like last week. And with that, we have multiple single socket, dual socket platforms, and with liquid cooling, and the ones that actually can be used for a lot of high performance storage. At the same time, a lot of these HPC customers are actually using GPUs as a part of it. So we have systems that actually support multiple GPUs, anywhere from 1 GPU to like 10 GPUs in the system. At the same time, we also have developed these platforms to work with the latest generation NVIDIA Hopper, 8 of these GPUs connected using SXM5. And this is the one that actually brought up in our universal GPU system, which brings highly configurable platforms for the customers. So whether you look at systems that are geared for like a small footprint of workloads using like a cloud DC, or going all the way to very high performant heterogeneous compute workloads, that is also available. And all of these available as in forced air cooling, which many data centers use, as well as in liquid cooling, people who are looking to save power and also make things run more efficiently. It kind of fits right into Supermicro's alley, where we really want it to be a green IT company. One of the biggest problems for customers is in the product selection, because as things are getting a lot more complex, people need to figure out a way to try it out. And to buy a system and try, it costs them a lot of money and a lot of time to basically get the product order, get it shipped, deploy it, and run with it. So we started something called a Jumpstart program, where the customers can request certain compute resources from us. Depending on the need, we'll be able to enable that, and they can run their workloads. This way, they can cut the time it takes for them to evaluate and adopt. So that is problem number one. Problem number two is that many of these new workloads that people are trying to adopt, this actually requires the latest and greatest compute gear, and greatest in terms of the processor, the GPUs and everything. These things are running hot. Think about like 400 watts for a processor, maybe up to like 700 watts per GPU. When they start plugging all these things into that, they need to figure out a way to keep an eye on the power of the overall data center as well as the deployment scale. So when you look at the customers that are trying to fit it in a given footprint or trying to fit it in a given overall power profile, it is important for them to run them efficiently. So we are working towards making the systems run at a higher ambient temperature, which reduces the overall power consumption for the HVAC. But at the same time, for the people who are willing to take it to the next level, we have a completely redesigned liquid cooling products that we can actually be deploying in the data center, which will help customers to bring the data center PUE down to like 1.06 or even lower. So power consumption is one thing, performance is the other thing, that we are able to bring it together and be able to solve it for the customers in a most efficient manner. It's all about providing the most optimized product portfolio for the customers based on their compute needs. We have the entire platform portfolio here at Supercomputing event on the show floor. People can actually come take a look at it.